Hello, YouTubers and everyone else. It is officially September 2nd, 2025, Tuesday, and this is the 7th day of my 7-day fast, and that means that I'm going to break my fast in about, my 7-day fast in about 7 hours. So it'll be officially 168 hours since I've last eaten, as of 7 hours from now, and that's when I'm gonna break it. So I feel incredibly, what's the word? Just, it feels like, I feel like I'm like super in the present right now. In that, like, for example, 5 a.m. does not feel like 5 a.m. right now. I mean, because yeah, it's 5 a.m. right now, and it almost feels like I'm a ghost. Like, I always describe this ghost feeling, right, when I was a kid, but it's like this feeling like I'm you know, quite literally, like I'm using energy on only one sense. You know, it's I don't know how else to describe it, but I wanted to do a weigh-in, and also I might have kind of prematurely did that last night and liked what I saw. Yeah, it's I want to say, like, on one hand it feels like super dangerous right now, where like I feel like I could just pass out at any given moment, but on the other hand I also feel incredibly alive at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. Although, so in a way it feels like the juice isn't worth the squeeze, but yeah, we made it. We made it, and I think I'm gonna like my results when I do the DEXA scan. However, because let's just see what the scale says. So hold on a second. Okay, so this is probably part one, because I think I'm gonna fall back asleep. It was just kind of hard for me to just kind of sleep through the whole night. I'm gonna turn off the AC. I think my cortisol just spiked like randomly. So it says 151.8 pounds. I'm gonna go back on there and see. $151.8 pounds. My final weigh-in is 151.8 pounds. So that is a super low. That's literally 5 pounds lower. Literally 5 pounds lower than my smallest weight from a year ago. Right? Now, you could probably speculate and say, try to extrapolate that and say, well, then your body fat percentage going from 17.1% won't be that much lower. But at the same time, I think I still retained a little bit more muscle than last year. But think about that. It's 5 pounds, literally, because last year when I did the final weigh-in, it was 156.8 pounds. This is literally 151.8 pounds. So I'm pretty happy about my results. And I was telling, you know, Mark from Mark's Epic Weight Loss, I'll consider this a final weigh-in, but then I'm gonna do a part 2, and I might even go lower because because I'm not gonna be drinking anything. So I'm just gonna basically dry fast for the next, probably the next 6 hours, 5 hours, until I get the, because I'm gonna go in at about 10 a.m. That's 5 hours. Actually, I think 5 hours. Maybe I'll extend that to 12 p.m. I don't know. I don't feel the need to drink anything right now, so yeah, literally 5 pounds lighter than last year. But that was March of last year, so there's a lot that happened, obviously. So, I gained a lot more muscle. I think I have more muscle now. So it's like you can't really scale that to be like, let's say, you know, if we were to take the same, like if you were to scale that, I want to say, I didn't really do the calculation, but I don't know, that might have made me down to 14% body fat. So maybe in reality, I'm actually 13.5 right now. Maybe if my muscle went up, you know, my muscle might have gone down actually, but I don't think it did, to be honest. I think it's going to be higher than last year. I'm gonna try to analyze the last year's you know, because I still have it, but I never posted it, which is kind of weird. I should have just posted it. Instead, I tried to post like a picture that was like showing the 7-day fast from last year, to try to see how like things changed. I thought I was gonna have a lot of controversy and stuff like that. Like, oh, look at you, you look way different or something. But obviously the transformation wasn't that phenomenal, so it was not really much of a transformation in terms of look. It should be more like an image, you know. So yeah, yeah. So yesterday I did a lot of walking. You know, I didn't really do like I didn't really do a lot of exercises. I'm a little surprised. So I'm actually surprised to see 151.8. I thought maybe it would remain the same, because remember I got stuck 2 days ago. Yesterday when I did the weigh-in, I was like 154 pounds. So there was something, maybe it's just like my GI had to clear out a little bit or something. I don't know. But I am severely underweight compared to yesterday. The same thing happened during the 7-day fast last year. I think the last day, all the weight just kind of dropped, and it could be water weight. And so, but what's interesting is that when I broke my fast, last year I had no idea what I was doing. So I kind of made the mistake of just like, oh yeah, you can eat whatever you want. So I mean, well, not necessarily, but I try to focus more on fats, because that's what I was used to doing, you know, with keto and stuff. But let me tell you something, like about a month later, I blew up like a Goodyear blimp, because I went from that 156 all the way up to about 171. So, you know, that was, I think that was about a 15-pound gain. And that wasn't because I was eating like left and right. It was just because the dietary choices were wrong. I started learning that you really have to stick to lean protein for probably, I mean, I'm probably going to have to do it for about a week if I want to be safe. So I have to really monitor my weight changes as I go along with this, because obviously I'm fat-based. So last time, I'm sorry. So actually, there was about 2 weeks ago when I did like a 3-day fast, and I think it was basically like just a 3-day water fast. I think the last day was the dry fast, and I actually showed what I did. I had to break it. I was eating a lot of nuts and some fats and stuff like that, right? So I noticed that I actually gained quite a bit of weight to get back to, you know, I got to 161 pounds from 154. And so that's a huge weight gain. And you can imagine that's because I decided to break my fast with a bunch of fats. And I think it's just, like I said, I think the theory is that, and so it's a good thing that I practiced that, because that was a while back now. It's like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. I think what happens is that your fat cells are extremely sensitive. So you got to like slowly introduce fats when you break your fast, especially from a long term, like a long fast, you know, something that's longer than, that's 72 hours at least, you know. And because what happened was, like, about a week later, I did a 2-day fast, and I was like, okay, maybe I can learn from my mistake, right? So when I did that, I think I went down to about 155 or something, and I only went up to about 156.8 or something, maybe 157.1. And what I did was I focused on lean protein, and then a day later I had more fats, like I allowed myself to have more fats. So this time, if I really want to be safe, especially with the results I'm getting, I really should focus on just having lean protein for about a week. I mean, you know, so right now I'm about to cook some cod, and not like literally right now, but I mean when I break my fast at 12, in 7 hours, and I'm gonna have some chicken, and that's about it. I mean, I think, and then I'm gonna work out a little bit. I'm gonna probably go to the sauna, maybe do a small run. I don't know yet, because it's calories, right? And then I might have a little bit of fat about 6 hours later, by having the biltong. But for the most part, I'm just going to eat that. And because you're trying to get the digestive system to work, that it actually like works with the cells and stuff, the mitochondria and all that, and the coenzyme, you know, all that coenzyme Q10 stuff. I don't know, just to get it going with energy intake, you know, caloric intake, and I don't know. I think the biltong has a little bit of fat, not too much, but then the next day I'm basically gonna have to repeat the same kind of diet, and then I'm gonna probably have a little bit of olive oil. I decided, you know what? I'm not even gonna cook with olive oil. I'm not gonna cook with any oils. I'm just gonna use broth and water, because like I said, this is a 7-day fast, so I can't have any fat. Like, I just can't, you know, I can't have macadamia nuts. I can't have, you know, any kind of nuts or anything like that, which is fine. It's like, just focus on that, you know. And then the next day, I'm going to have a protein shake along with my meals, and a little bit of cottage cheese that has a little bit of fat. And so, but not too much. And then I'm going to have to repeat the same kind of meal. I think I might, so I have 2 cods in there, and I might have the whole thing, but I might have to get another pair, so I might have to go back to Whole Foods and get more. I might get something else. Let me know what you think about other proteins and other recommendations for proteins, that are lean proteins, that might taste good or something. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, it's the final weight is 151.8 pounds. And I was, interestingly enough, I was telling Mark that, for Mark's Epic Weight Loss, that my goal range is probably going to be around from 146 pounds to 151 pounds. But I'm going to guess, so I predict that my body fat percentage is going to stay about 13.5. And the reason why is because, like I said, I think I lost a lot of muscle. So maybe that, but I would say I'm still more muscular than I did when I broke the fast last year, or when I went in last year after the 7-day fast. But the thing is, so my like, you know, getting to 10% would probably mean at this muscle range, probably 144 pounds. So I'm probably at, or 140, maybe 144 to 140. Well, I mean, I have no idea what the muscle mass is, so I'm just kind of guessing. Yeah, 144 to 148. And so, yeah, I'm probably at 13.5%, but we'll see. So wish me luck. This is part 1. I'm just going to post this right now. And yeah, thanks for watching. It's been tough. It's been tough in the sense of my feeling of energy. It's like, it feels like you're going to pass out on one hand, but then at the other hand, you feel completely alive. Like it's like this ghostly feeling. It's a weird feeling. And I'm just going to have to get more sleep. I definitely would not recommend doing this if you're trying to work or you're trying to do some serious stuff. I just, the whole entire time I was just focused on being stress-free, you know, positive, going out and doing things I like, you know, trying to get a walk in, you know, just focus on being happy and not letting my mind wander into negativity. And I think I course corrected a lot of negativity that I had throughout the year in a good way, meaning that I'm probably going to be stronger in all areas related to mental health and stuff like that than I did before this fast. So thanks for watching.